I would request Dr. Mulay, Secretary CPV and OIA, to give the press brief. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ashwini. Thank you once again, entire media that has gathered here on a Sunday afternoon. I know it's not very easy to sacrifice your holiday for such a press conference. On my right is Mr. Vishnu Reddy. He is the head of branch secretariat of Ministry of External Affairs in Hyderabad, and he is here to sort of work together with the state government to take forward any issues that relate to MEA, Ministry of External Affairs. So welcome once again. It's my pleasure and privilege to be here in Hyderabad. I have been here for last 3-4 days and traveled to various places, both in Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. The objective of my visit here is to see how best we can promote the cooperation between Ministry of External Affairs and the state government. As you all know, increasingly there is a lot of interaction between citizens of India and foreign countries. It might be for passport, it might be for trade, it might be for education, it might be for business, it might be for tourism, but there is a constant interaction between the individuals as well as the foreign countries. So Ministry of External Affairs plays an important role in forming the foreign policy, but also taking care of Indians all over the world, issuing them passports here. There are people of Indian origins abroad, staying there, citizens of other countries, take care of their requirements like connection with India, giving them OCI card. OCI means Overseas Citizens Card of India. And also to see that this whole thing works in a smooth manner, seamless manner. So my visit here has taken me to Sriharikota, it has taken me to Tirupati, and it has now brought me to Hyderabad. Tomorrow I'll be going to Vijayawada, and I'm very happy that the state governments, both of Telangana as well as Andhra Pradesh, they are taking proactive actions to help their citizens, so that as and when they go abroad and when they want to come back, these processes are very smooth. We are working together with the state government, and I have had a meeting yesterday with Honorable CM of Telangana, a very productive, very useful meeting. We have discussed, and the CM was kind enough to offer land as well as other facilities for building a Videsh Bhavan in Hyderabad. The Videsh Bhavan in Hyderabad, if it takes place, it will allow better coordination about the issues related to people wanting to go abroad or people who are already abroad, whether it is labor, whether it is students, whether it is promotion of investment into Telangana. It will help in all these manners. So it's a very, very welcome decision, welcome offer from the state government to assist us through land and other facilities for establishing the Videsh Bhavan here in Hyderabad. Other than that, we also discussed how best the state can cooperate with MEA and vice versa, so that problems of people who are going to Gulf from here, their problems could be taken care of. We also discussed, and there was a proposal from the state government to host the Pravasi Bharatiya Divas, next one, and we have requested the state government to follow it by a letter to the Ministry of External Affairs. Similarly, we also decided formally to have more structural, strong interaction between the Ministry of External Affairs and the state of Telangana. There was also a request made and facilities offered to set up a passport seva kendra in Warangal, and we have requested our regional passport officer to examine and consider it in the light of Ministry of External Affairs' desire to bring the passport at the doorstep of every citizen of India, and its ongoing efforts to reach out to more number of districts in more number of states. As you know, only on 25th of January, that is 4 days back, we started 2 pilot projects, one in Mysuru in Karnataka and other in Dahod in Gujarat, to issue or deliver the passport through the post office. The objective of this new initiative was to see how best we can deliver passports through more creative solutions. So that is the spirit in which the Ministry of External Affairs is working. Every year we issue 1.3 crores and about 6 lakh passports are issued by RPO Hyderabad. It's one of the largest number. I'm glad also to state here that RPO Hyderabad has won a number of awards for excellence in delivery of passport services to the citizens in the last few years. I want to mention here that Ministry of External Affairs is constantly reforming the passport policy to make it friendly, to make it transparent, to make it efficient, and to take the services to as many people as possible in an easy manner. As a result, we have recently initiated a number of measures to effect changes in the date of birth policy so that people can easily give their enter their date of birth in the passport application. We also relaxed rules that apply to single mothers about stating the name of both the parents. That is, these 2 years have seen a huge surge of about 20% of passport applications in your region. Similar changes have been made to facilitate other segments also, so that they can apply in a very smooth manner. I also want to mention here some useful initiatives of External Affairs Ministry, such as e-Mother. It's a portal for consular services, grievances, because people have a number of issues, constraints in getting a solution. So it could be about somebody who is stuck in Gulf countries, somebody facing exploitation issues, somebody not getting their contracted wages. It could be somebody's death, somebody's jailing abroad, going to jail for some crime or offense. All these issues can be mentioned on the e-Mother portal, and Government of India Ministry of External Affairs will promptly help in resolving these issues. We also have a special portal called e-Migrate. This has been established so that people who are going particularly to work as a blue-collar workers in Gulf countries, they face humongous number of problems. To help them, e-Migrate has been established so that they can go abroad through only registered, recognized recruiting agents, and the details of the employer as well as employee are registered on this particular portal. So any later cases of distress, trouble, any problem abroad, we are able to effectively help. We also have measures like suspension of the license of the recruiting agents, and we also have measures like confiscation of bank guarantee of the recruiting agents. We also initiate prosecution of these unscrupulous agents through the state governments, because the law and order is essentially with the state government. We also have a facility of e-sanad, because we had number of people expressing difficulty about attestation of their certificates, whether it is date of birth certificate, whether it is the certificate of birth and death. So these certificates now will be digitally handled rather than being physically handled. So this is something that we would like you to see and inform your public people, so that the difficulties that they faced in getting attestations from the Ministry of External Affairs, those problems could be resolved. We have also started, as you know, every year we are issuing about 1.3 crore passports throughout the country. Every day, Ministry of External Affairs issues 50,000 new passports to the people. However, we still have to reach a large segment of our society, so we have started something called Student Connect program. Day before yesterday, we had a passport camp at Sriharikota, and about 500 members of the families of the scientists and other staff and working people at the SHAR, we were able to grant them the passports. Similarly, Student Connect has the objective of reaching out to educational institutions, colleges and universities, so that students can get the passport very, very easily. We also have a good news for the media people, and we announced it in Tirupati also, that we will have a special camp for the media people and their families so that they can have passports in Hyderabad very soon. So please spread the message and take the advantage. We should not have complaints from your families that my husband or my spouse is not giving me passport. Please bring them and please get them passport. It's the best gift that you can give to them, because thereafter they will ask you to give your ticket to go abroad. We also, as I mentioned, we have started the passport service through post office, and we are going to extend this service to more and more stations as we find the success of the pilot project. There is a scheme of Ministry of External Affairs called India Development Foundation Overseas Indians. In this, the NRIs residing abroad, or the people of Indian origin, they might be from Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, from any other part of the country, who want to invest in India, not in economic project, but in philanthropy, charity work. They want to build hospital, school, a health center, toilet complex, want to participate in some schemes. We had no transparent and accountable mechanism for this purpose, trustworthy mechanism for this purpose. So what we have done is we have established India Development Foundation Overseas Indians, so that we can get these donations for projects that the donor wants to implement. And I'm happy to say that the first such project will begin in Telangana, in Suryapet. An NRI has donated money for a sub-center for primary health, and this will be soon, the work will begin at Suryapet. So through media, we want to inform everybody about India Development Foundation, so that more and more NRIs can come forward to give back to their own villages, to their own towns, and to their own state. So this is a very important and significant scheme. Day before yesterday, I also saw in Tirupati, we have built a toilet complex there. It's already operational. Similarly, we have built one toilet complex in Vijayawada. That also is already. This is the first time the Foreign Ministry is implementing projects in the states with the help of the state governments, and the money comes from the non-resident Indians or overseas Indians. The uniqueness of this scheme is the money is completely tax exempt in India for those people who donate the funds. So this is broadly my program here. I'm interacting with a large number of people, media, members of the media, and so far, I must say, I got an excellent response, and thank you for all the cooperation.
That MEA took is allowing the single mother to apply for passport too. So recently, Maneka Gandhi has requested shouldn't be allowed. There should be such mechanism. Could we expect any kind of?
A measure is under consideration. We'll soon hear about it.
Thank you, Shivshankar. Anybody else? ఇంకెవరికైనా ప్రశ్నలు ఉన్నాయా?
Why there are still nagging complaints about this passport issuance policy? Why is that you don't liberalize the entire thing?
Sir, I would like to with all the humility, I would like to submit to this very august, community of media that ministry's role in issuing the passport has been commended by a number of organizations, and the passport seva is now considered one of the model projects so far as e-governance is so far as digital India is concerned. And every year we are receiving a huge number of awards. Yes, there would be problems of the citizens because this is considered to be one of the most citizen-centric services, most efficient ones, and also one that is service that is delivered with smile. So we are very receptive. One of the reasons the complaints might be showing a growth because people trust us, and we are happy. And our performance in grievance handling has been one of the best. E-Madad portal and its performance also has been appreciated nationally. So, in terms of taking the problems into consideration and providing solutions, we are, quite, I would say, fast. Yes, there would be always scope for improvement because India is changing. People's needs are changing. There is more, demand for further reforms, and whenever such suggestions come to us, we give prompt consideration to it and take steps to improve them. That's why the passport seva, you will see, has been appreciated by a large number of organizations. The fact that we are saying that we are prepared to have a special passport camp for the media. We have had a special passport camp for the scientists. We are having a program like Student Connect. What does it show? It shows that now it is not necessary for you to come to us. We are reaching your doorsteps. Passport at your doorsteps. That is passport for everybody. That is our new tagline and a slogan. And you will find that increasingly this particular delivery of service will continue to improve.
Thank you, Rajiv Garu. Yes, Shivshankar.
Will there be any PO case in Sorrel's places in Telangana?
See, as I mentioned, there is a specific request for Warangal, which is under active consideration, and I have asked our RPO to submit a report so that we can take it forward. But the basic philosophy right now of MEA is to go to as many districts as possible, as fast as possible. So the postal passport through postal services is a new initiative, is a very creative one, and once the pilot is successful, we'll be able to replicate it very fast. So, we have identified a number of districts in the country which are far-flung and are in need of service. While we will try to cover them on priority basis, our ultimate aim is to reach everywhere, so that people don't have to. If somebody has to travel for 200 kilometers, it is a lot of waste of time, energy, resources, including money, and stress also. We would like to relieve people of all these various kinds of troubles and stresses. That's why we are very proactively looking at new ways to go to maximum number of places.
One more thing, sir. What can people avail at Videsh Bhavan? It is
Well, Videsh Bhavan will be essentially a place where MEA would be able to coordinate the matters of interest of the state, both vis-a-vis MEA as well as vis-a-vis things like, immigration of the working class, the passport and visa issues, so far Indian passport and Indian visa is concerned, connecting, becoming an effective bridge between MEA and the state government so that states' issues vis-a-vis MEA could be resolved expeditiously, and any other functions, including sending for delegations to overseas countries, political clearances, promoting trade and investment. All these can be effectively coordinated with the, if the MEA Secretariat is present here through the Videsh Bhavan. Thank you. Yeah, we also have Indian Council for Cultural Relations, regional office here. It will be kind of all these. There is also a migration resource center, also based in Hyderabad. All these will be functioning under one umbrella, one building, which will also coordinate our own activities in the state in a more effective manner and more economic manner. 6 lakh passports are issued, but what is the total? Second largest after Lucknow. After Lucknow, Hyderabad happens to be the second largest.
Second largest after Lucknow. So when you were launching this e-passport,
Yeah,
you
the
already
process
covered
is
there.
process and preparations are on.
So when you likely to
No, I can't because the bidding process and other that I don't have the details. But I can tell you that the process is on to start the e-passport seva as early as possible.
Right. MEA has announced it 3 years ago. But it lays,
Yeah, I think that was a pilot one, and we're now preparing, for the real e-passport scheme. It has to be universal eventually.
any unique program is launched to Telangana state.
Unique?
Program any for passport related.
Everything that we do is unique. MEA is proactive. Recently, we have had a Pravasi Bharati Divas
Yeah.
in Bangalore. We are prepared to build bridges between the state and overseas Indian community in whatever manner it is possible. But I would say whatever I mentioned so far, Sriharikota, the camp, for the scientists is the first in the country. I have not heard from any of my other colleagues in other states that they've had passport camp or passport seva specially organized for the scientific community. So this is something new. Also, the first 2 projects under IDFOI, India Development Foundation, have been implemented in Tirupati and Vijayawada. So this is also unique to these states, to this region.
సునీల్ గారు, ఇంకా ప్రెస్ మెంబర్స్కి ఎవరికైనా క్వశ్చన్స్ ఉంటాయి?
I think you all seem to be very satisfied.
Thank you for coming and thank you for making this. Thank you.
జర్నలిస్ట్, టీవీ అండ్ పేపర్ ప్రెస్ మీడియా అందరికి స్పెషల్ మేళా చేస్తాము. సార్ అనౌన్స్ చేశారు. దాని కోఆర్డినేషన్ మీరందరూ వచ్చి పార్టిసిపేట్ చేసి పెద్ద సక్సెస్ చేయాలి.
Secretary to Government of India's Consular Passport Visa and Overseas Indian Affairs Dr. Dnyaneshwar Mulay గారు వచ్చారు. ఆయన మినిస్ట్రీ ఆఫ్ ఎక్స్టర్నల్ అఫేర్స్ విదేశాంగ శాఖ ఏవేవైతే మంచి ఇన్నోవేటివ్ పాలసీస్ అండ్ అప్లికేషన్స్ ఇంట్రడ్యూస్ చేశారో వాటి గురించి చెప్పారు. దాంట్లో కొన్ని ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఏంటంటే ఈ మదద్ అనేది ఒక కాన్సులర్ గ్రీవాన్స్ పోర్టల్. అంటే మన విదేశాల్లో మన దేశవాసులు ఎవరికైనా అసైలం ప్రాబ్లం కానీ ఏదైనా ఓసీఐ కార్డ్ ప్రాబ్లం ఉన్నా, పాస్పోర్ట్ ఇష్యూ ఉన్నా, ఏదైనా ప్రాబ్లం, ఎట్లాంటి ప్రాబ్లం ఉన్నా, స్టూడెంట్ ప్రాబ్లం ఉన్నా, ఈ మదద్ MEAD అనే పోర్టల్ మీద వెళ్ళి వాళ్ళ గ్రీవాన్స్ని రిజిస్టర్ చేసుకుంటే ఆ పర్టికులర్ ఎంబసీ అండ్ ఆ కాన్సులేట్కి అది వెళ్తుంది అండ్ ఆ పర్టికులర్ ఎంబసీ కాన్సులేట్ దాన్ని రిజాల్వ్ చేస్తారనమాట. ఇంకొక చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్ అంశం ఏంటంటే మన ఎమిగ్రేషన్, అంటే మన స్టేట్స్ నుంచి చాలామంది గల్ఫ్కి వెళ్తూ ఉంటారు. దాంట్లో ప్రొటెక్టరేట్ ఆఫ్ ఇమిగ్రెంట్స్ డీల్ చేసిన ఈ మైగ్రేట్ అనే సిస్టమ్ ఎక్కడైతే రిక్రూటింగ్ ఏజెంట్స్ తప్పక రిజిస్టర్ అయిన వాళ్ళు ఆ పోర్టల్ నుంచే ఎంప్లాయ్మెంట్ చేయగలరు. సో దట్ ఈ ఎవరైతే నాన్ రిజిస్టర్డ్ రిక్రూటింగ్ ఏజెంట్స్ తప్పుగా ఎవరైతే రిక్రూట్మెంట్స్ చేయాలనుకుంటున్నారో వాళ్ళకి ఛాన్స్ లేకుండా ఈ మైగ్రేట్ ఇంట్రడ్యూస్ చేశారు మినిస్ట్రీ. అలానే మన దేశం నుంచి బయటికి వెళ్తున్నప్పుడు ఒక డాక్యుమెంట్ అటెస్టేషన్ అవసరం ఉంటుంది. అది ఈ సనద్ అనే ఒక అప్లికేషన్ తోటి ఇప్పుడు డిజిటల్ అటెస్టేషన్ చేయబోతున్నారు. సో దట్ ఎవరైతే దళాలు ఉన్నారో ఈ మొత్తం అంశంలో ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఏంటంటే ఈ దళాల నెట్వర్క్ని బ్రేక్ చేయడానికి, వాళ్ళ తప్పు ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ స్ప్రెడ్ చేసి ఏదైనా సిటిజన్స్ని మోసం చేయడం కానీ ఆప్ చేయడానికి ప్రయత్నాలు చేశారు. దాంతోపాటు విదేశ్ భవన్ అనేది ఏంటంటే మొత్తం రాష్ట్రంలోని విదేశాంగ శాఖ తాలుగా ఒక రిప్రజెంటేటివ్ ఆఫీస్గా ఇక్కడ పనిచేస్తూ అన్ని ఆఫీసెస్ని క్లబ్ చేసి ఉంటుంది. అది మన సెక్రటరీ గారు ఇవాళ మన అందరికీ చెప్పుకున్నారు.